So this morning I woke up and I was feeling good, etc., etc. But then at around 11, I had just a big emotional release because, well, yeah, look at my iris. It was shedding some H2O earlier. But anyway, because life has been so challenging and so difficult, but I usually am very good at navigating difficult times, and because I always know that if I am in alignment and if I'm in a good place, that everything will be fine. I'm sitting here with Dennis. Let me just show him to you. Hey, darling. Hey, Dennis. He gave my partner an eye infection, so it's a whole other thing. But it's all right. But yes, I've always been someone who is very good at staying in alignment and staying in a good place. Camera adjustment. And this morning, I was just bawling my eyes out, and I was saying to my partner, you know, I know who I am, but the last few months and the challenges have caused me not to believe I am who I am. And this is why I also, for a long time, I stopped doing sessions because I'm too idealistic when it comes to my spiritual journey. But before I fully was somebody and fully in my power, I've seen three different spiritual mediums in my life. One was a shaman, one was a tarot reader, and one was a spiritual guide. And I remember with the spiritual guide, was it her? Yes. And she had so many personal issues going on, and she was projecting them onto me, and they were just coming out. I mean, and I remember saying to myself that if I'm going through a very difficult time, I'm first going to get through it before I bring people into my energy, because it's the same thing with pastors, the same thing with any person who is able to see beyond the veil, here beyond the veil, past the veil, that it's your energy that is the power. This is why, personally for me, I was always told that I am the tool. So I don't use anything to see to any of it. And I remember there was a time where I thought, oh, tarot cards might be fun, but I recognize that for me, the tarot cards are designed by someone, worked on by someone, and so I'm very energy conscious. So I don't take on things whose energy I cannot speak for or speak of and where it comes from. And so it was a very fundamental mental thing where I thought, whenever I start doing sessions, I am not going to do them when I'm going through a hard time. So much so that even last year I had a bit of a challenging period, and I stopped for a bit until I got past it, and then I came back to work. But yesterday I was in such a high place, and the energy, I'm not saying it happened yesterday, I'm saying the process, it was transmuted, and I was doing great and everything was wonderful. And I thought to myself, where does this thing come from that I don't believe in that which I know about myself? And I think we all battle with that sometimes, where you have come to a knowing, but you haven't fully integrated it into yourself just as yet. And so anywho, then I decided to come out here to do my recordings. And my grandmother is so strong with me. The whole morning is so strong with me. And I was saying to her, it's almost as though I've allowed an energy to come into my being. And she said, it is not that. sometimes life is just challenging. Life is just so challenging that we don't believe ourselves to be who we know ourselves to be. This is when you begin to behave unlike yourself. And I was saying to my partner that I know who I am. I know who I am. Why am I battling? Why am I having this moment where I don't believe I am who I am? And the truth is that I have just returned from being amongst energies that enjoy me as someone I am not. And I remember when I was there was this one specific moment. It was music, and my music taste is completely transformed and it's changed, and yeah. But it was music one used to listen to at a stage of consciousness, and the songs that I used to love, and others around me and say, oh, she loves the song, let's play the song. And I remember distinctively saying to myself, let me be who they know me to be and not who I am. And so I danced, I played the part. But this is the thing, I was there for 4 months. I only came out 3 weeks ago. And butterflies. And I've been in a state of shedding. And just as then, when I was shedding many years ago, it was a mourning. Though I was okay with what I was shedding, who I was shedding, I still mourned it. I still mourned her. I still mourned her friends, her previous lovers, everything I mourned. But yeah, mourning season is done. And so to whomever, if you were thinking of being someone you used to be to make someone feel okay about themselves, know that you don't have to be. It's okay to be who you are, not to just know it and believe it, but to live it.